like, okay, nobody else ain't getting up. They playing that, so I'm gonna play that too. So I put the cover back over my head.
That black yo magic, that black yo magic, that black yo magic, that black yo magic.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of the video, your girl is back again with another story time. And y'all, I'm a little nervous about this story time today because I'm kind of exposing myself. Like, I have never told anybody about this story because y'all, I was wild. Like, I was dead ass wild when I was younger. Not really, but really. So as y'all can see by the title of the video, today I'm gonna be telling y'all the story time about the time I snuck out. Let me go ahead and do a little disclaimer because I know my parents, they gonna watch this video and they gonna be like, where was I? Where was I doing? When was this? What is that? I don't know. Maybe you was at work. Maybe you was rolling dice. Like, y'all, I honestly, I don't know. I don't know where y'all was at, but I just know y'all was not around. So, hey mom, hey dad, if you watch this video, y'all, my parents watch my videos, like they fake watch my videos. Like my mama, she'll be like, oh, I seen your little video or whatever, but she won't really like click on it. Like I'll be like, what happened in the video? What I talk about in the video? She won't even know, but she'll see my video or like she'll see the thumbnail and she'll be like, oh, I watch your little video, but she ain't really watch it. So let's hope with this video, she don't really watch it because I'm spilling some tea in this video today. So y'all already know. Wait, before we even get into this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. But if you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Like, baby, what are you doing? Exactly. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, so y'all already know I have to get, I can't even talk because I'm nervous, y'all. I'm honestly nervous doing this video. Before we get into this video, y'all already know I have to give y'all a little backstory in order for this to make sense. So this happened when I was like, I don't know, I probably was like 16, 17. This happened, I think, my junior, yeah, this happened my sophomore, either at the end of my sophomore year or my junior year in high school. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my friends' nicknames down because I don't need to be exposing them. Y'all probably know them because I'm still friends with these girls to this day. So the first girl, her name is gonna be Savs, and the next girl is gonna be Jules. So Jules and Savs were my dog. Like, we were like this. Like in high school, we hung out together. We went, like, we basically just did everything together. Like, these are my girls, these are my rollies. So me and Savs and Jules, we were like always together, always hanging out, always doing everything together. So at the time, Jewel and Savs, they lived in the shores. Like, if you from Ocala, because I do have people from Ocala that watch my story times. Hey girl, hey, if you from Ocala. But yeah, so if you from Ocala, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I lived in a place called Town, and my friends Jewel and Sav, they lived in a place called Shores. So if you know, the Shores in Town is like a little stretch, like it's a little distance. At this time, I was in 10th or 11th grade, like I told y'all, and I didn't drive, so I lived like 30 minutes from my friends. So every weekend, me and all my friends, we would just get together and we would just hang out. So at this time, they were like talking to like some guys. It was like 3 guys, and then it's me, Sav, and Jules, so it's 3 of us. So you know how that worked. It was their friends and it was me and my friends, and I didn't really know these guys. I knew of these guys because at one point we all did go to the same school, but I didn't really know them like that. So they introduced me to the guys or whatever, and you know, like I said, it was 3 of them and it was 3 of us. And the guy that was left for me, because you get it, like him, her, them, like 3 and 3, I was basically left with the last guy, and I didn't really like him, but I didn't really dislike him. He was just like, he wasn't ugly, he wasn't cute, he was just like y'all know what I mean. He was just So basically every weekend I would go to the shores and I would hang out with my friends. We would just party together, go out together, drink together. We would just shop together. We would basically just turn up together every weekend. So at this time, I remember, like, I was going to the shores like back to back, like every weekend. Basically I was going to the shores. Like, if you seen them, you seen me, because I was there every weekend. Like, we was on go. Like, at this time you could basically say, no y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was about to say we was for the streets, but we wasn't for the streets because I was a virgin. Like, I wasn't living that type of life. But let's just say I was just out and I was young and I was having fun. So I remember this one weekend in particular. when I was at Jules, y'all, this how strict, you know, my parents had to be. I couldn't sneak out at my house. I snuck out at a friend's house. We had to sneak out of her house. So it was one regular weekend. I told you we would always hang out, and I didn't mention, but we was hanging out with these guys every weekend I would go. And again, I told y'all it was like their guys, and I was just left with the guy, and he was cool. Like, he wasn't all of that, but he was cool. We would like all kick it and all hang out together. So this particular weekend, I remember, like normal, like we would sneak out all the time. So I really didn't have to sneak out because I was spending the night to a friend's house and her people didn't play. So we had to sneak out of their house. So one night, y'all, this is crazy because this night we snuck out when her parents were home. And she had this little window in her room, y'all. Like, the window was tiny. Like, the window, y'all, basically... this is the pad, but this is the window. This is the window, and this is us, y'all. This is me. We were like, it's a very small window, and it's like above her bed. Like, my big behind was like jumping out of this little tiny window. I remember it's like crazy because was like, y'all, I said her name because Jules was like probably like 5'9", and I'm like 5'5". I probably was like 5'4", 5'3" at this time. But we had our big behinds jumping out this little behind window. And I remember this night we had to jump through the window because her peoples were home. And y'all, when I jumped through the window, my wig fell off. Like, I got stuck. Yeah, I got stuck and my wig fell off. I had to put my wig back on. And then I remember the guys were like, they were slow, y'all. So remind you, we sneaking out because obviously her parents or her people didn't know that we couldn't like leave the house or whatever. Like, we couldn't just walk out the front door because like our people was not on that. So we jump out the window or whatever. We get to the front of the house. We told the guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and get them a name. They're not really that irrelevant. They are irrelevant. They're not really that relevant in this story. So we gonna name them Guy 1, Guy 2, Guy 3. So Guy 1, which was Sav's guy, Guy 2, which was Jules' guy, and Guy 3, which is AKA that's my guy. So we told them to park like down the road from the house. We didn't tell them to pick us up directly from the house because remember, y'all, we sneaking out. Like, we not outside yet like that. So we wasn't able to like just go out the front door. So they pull up in the front of the house. The lights all on, beeping the horn like... Y'all, at that point when they was all outside with the lights on, beeping the horn, like we really should have just jumped back in the window, went to bed, and called it a night. But for some reason, we still went out that night. We still went. We went. So they pull up or whatever. We get in the car, we vibe, and we like, oh, hey, guy number 1, hey, guy number 2, hey, like we vibing. So we get in the car or whatever. The guy pull up, pick up me and Jules because I will always spend the night at Jules' house. And then Sav was already in the car. They had already went to go pick her up. So we all in the car, we bopping, moving, we playing, we just bopping, having fun. Like, we grooving, we having a good time. And we're on the way to guy number 1 house because we would always hang out at his house because his people was cool. Well, we thought his people was cool. Praying, listen to music, we just, vibing. We would play games, laugh. It was just basically a normal night. So every night, we would all sleep in the same room. So Savs and her guy would sleep in a bed. Jules and her guy would sleep in the bed. And then me and we would sleep on the floor beside the bed. And this particular night was no different. I'm over there, whatever. We all vibed up. It's probably like 3 in the morning when we go to bed. And I'm sitting beside the, or whatever. We talking, playing games or whatever. Again, it's like 3 in the morning. He's high as shit. He ended up falling asleep or whatever. I remember I was the last one to fall asleep. So I finally fall asleep, right, y'all? And a few hours go by. It's probably like 6 o'clock in the morning at this point. And the only thing I remember hearing is, who in my kid's bed? Who is that in my kid's bed? And y'all, y'all, my heart was like, boop, 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 boop. And I'm like, wait, huh? Like, what? I'm thinking I'm dreaming at this point. But I hear clear as day. Who in my kid's bed? Who in my kid's bed? Who is that in? And all of a sudden the light come on, y'all. So at this point, I don't know why, y'all, but at this time I was weird. Like, I couldn't sleep with my head under the cover. I used to be scared of the dark for the longest. So I used to always sleep with my head underneath the cover. So y'all, this the cover. Y'all, the cover. So this me right here. I'm asleep and I'm hearing, who in my kid's bed? And I peek up or whatever, and I'm like, okay, nobody else ain't getting up. They playing dead, so I'm gonna play dead too. So I put the cover back over my head, act like I don't hear anything. And all of a sudden, the light come on or whatever, and dude number one, which is his house, is his mother. His mother says it again. She's like, who in my kid's bed? And no one is saying anything, because I'm like, all right, they playing dead, I'm playing dead. Like, honestly, we were dead, y'all, because I told y'all we didn't go to sleep until like 3 in the morning, and his mama had to be to work at like probably 6. It probably was like 5:30ish. I don't know. It was like just mad early in the morning, and everybody was super duper tired. So she said, who in my kid's bed, like 6 times. Nobody said nothing. Like, I think I was honestly the only one up, because I'm a light sleeper. And y'all, she was like, hold on. Nobody don't hear me? I got something for y'all. So y'all, when I heard that, girl, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all, but I don't know why, but I used to always sleep with, I had this, what is it called? A onesie. I had this really thick white onesie with like unicorns on it. And I don't know why I like this onesie so much, because it was uncomfortable. It was really, really hot, and I don't know, but I used to always wear this onesie. And that particular night, I had on this onesie, y'all. And at night, I used to take the onesie. I didn't take it off. I used to take the onesie down because I was hot. So I would be like in a sports bra, and then I would have, the bottom of it would be my onesie. And I remember I had my onesie down, like I had it unzipped, and I had my arms out of it because it was a long sleeve onesie. And when she was like, hold on, y'all act like y'all don't hear me. So I was like, I didn't want her to think like we were doing anything in her house. So when she left to go get whatever she was going to go get, y'all, my little black ass got up. I put my arms into that onesie. I hopped up, and I'm like, start hitting. I'm like, get up, like get up. I'm telling him to get up. I'm telling their dudes to get up. I'm telling everybody to get up. But everybody is like so damn tired. Like, everybody playing dead. And I'm just like, I ain't trying to die in this lady house. Like, y'all better get up. I'm like, Savs, Jules, like, get up. But y'all, they moving like, they yawning and taking their time. Just like, I was honestly scared, and I was shocked at the same time, because I'm like, are they dumb? Are they stupid? Do they not hear this lady asking who in her kid's bed? Like, y'all, I honestly thought I was still dreaming. So she leaves the room, and she was like, all right, I got something for y'all. She comes back in the room, y'all, with a belt, and she starts swiping. At this point, I'm up, Stabs and Jules are getting up, and the dudes are still asleep. I remember her knowing one of the dudes. I'm not gonna say their name. Let me give one of them a nickname. Dude number 2, which was dude's number 1 best friend, and I guess the mom knew him because he was his best friend. And I remember her saying, she was like, Daquan, I know that ain't you. Oh, do Miss Linda know you over here? So she going off or whatever, and I'm just like, oh hell no. Like, so she leaves the room again, and she starts calling people. Like, I'm assuming that she calling the boy's mom, because she knows some of the boys. So while she doing that, I'm trying to get my stuff together, y'all. I'm putting on my shoes, I'm putting on my jacket, I'm grabbing my phone chargers. I'm just honestly trying to get out this lady car. And remember, y'all, the dude number 1 drove us there, so I didn't know how we was getting home. So I'm trying to get all my stuff together. Sabs and Jewel, they still got crust in their eyelid. They halfway sleep. They honestly just out of it. And I'm just like, what in the I'm just thinking about like the whooping I'm about to get when I get home. So the mom comes back in the room, and she's like, do y'all mamas know y'all here? Y'all don't got no business staying at boy's house without their parents knowing y'all home. Y'all in my kid's bed on my kid's sheet. Did my kids even eat? And y'all, at this point, it all made sense. Like, everything started to come together. They had 2 twin beds in the room, and these niggas are like, they over 5'11". I think one of them was definitely 6 foot. And it was like Spider-Man on the wall and Dora the Explorer mats in the room. Like, everything just started to make sense. I didn't even know that he had little sisters or siblings, because every time we would come over, this wasn't our first time like coming over, we never seen any little kids or never seen anybody. So I didn't even think that he had like little siblings. But now that I'm thinking, y'all, that was mad disrespectful. But at the time, I didn't know. Like, he should have never invited us. Like, I honestly didn't know what was going on. But she was like, do y'all mamas know y'all here? Oh, you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because I'm finna take y'all home. And y'all, when she said this, my heart like, it like fell out of my chest. Like, my heart literally just, it jumped out of my chest. Like, I was like, wait, did she just say she was gonna take us home? But nobody didn't say anything. Like, Sav's quiet, Jules quiet. Like, we dead silent. Like, nobody's talking. Nobody's saying nothing. So she asked again, do y'all mamas know y'all over here at these little boys' house? And I'm just like, we not seeing anything, y'all. Like we not saying nothing. So she was like, yeah, go ahead and get y'all stuff together, because I'm finna go ahead and take y'all home. I'm finna take all 3 of y'all home. What's y'all mama's number? So I gave her my who number did I give her? Yeah, I don't know who number I gave her, but I gave her somebody number. Like my mama number was like 352-299 da 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 da. I ended up giving her like 352-298. Like I gave her one number that was different. So it was somebody number, because I remember it rang, but it wasn't my mama number, but it rang, y'all. And then my friends gave her their parents' number. Thank God it was so early in the morning. Nobody's parents like picked up or anything. So she was like, come on, I'm about to take y'all home. So we all get in her car or whatever, scared as hell. While we in the car, y'all, it's dead silent. Like nobody is saying nothing. Like nobody's saying anything. Like we dead silent. So while we in the car, she just going off, and she was just like, what would y'all mama say about y'all spending the night at my house, and y'all didn't ask me to spend the night? Like she just going in, y'all. So remember, y'all, I lived in town at this point, and my friends lived in the shorts, and the guy's house we were at, they lived in the shorts too. So their house probably was like 5 minutes away. So the first person house we went to was Sav's, because I think Sav's house was like, honestly, probably 2 to 3 miles from the guy that she was talking to house. So we pull up the Sav house. Remind you, nobody's home. I think this was like on I think we came over on Saturday, and then it was like a Sunday morning, and Sav's people be at church. So I was like thank the Lord they was at church that morning. So they knocked on the door, whatever. Nobody came to the house. The mama was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna drop you off here because your parents ain't home. So she was like, oh, we finna go to Jewel's house or whatever. And Jules lived in the shores too, but she lived just a little further out from the guy house. So we pull up the Jules house, and nobody's home. And y'all, I'm the last house they gotta go to. So she was like, where you live? Y'all, like, that just sounded like the hardest question for me to answer at that moment. I remember I probably took like a minute to answer that question. I was like, I live in town. And she was like, where you live at in town? Y'all, I couldn't even remember my address at this point, because I'm thinking like, dang, man, I'm really finna get a whooping. Like, I ain't get a whooping about a good 2 years. And I'm like, dang, I'm about to get a whooping at 16 or 17. I don't know. I think I was 17, y'all. And it made it look so bad, because y'all, I was the oldest. Because I remember in the car, she was like, how old y'all is? How old you is? And I think I was like 17, and my friends was like 16. So I just like, it just looked bad on me, because it's like, dang, I'm the oldest, and I got us in this. Like, I didn't even get us in this. I was just going with the flow, because it was my friend's house. Like, I didn't get us into anything, but I just felt like the pressure was on me because I was the oldest. So she was like, where you live at? And I ended up telling her that I live in town. And remember, y'all, she was only up at 6 in the morning because she had to go to work. I think she had to go to work at 6. I don't know, y'all. It was between the hours of 6 and 7. I just remember it was like mad early. So I was like, I live in town. And town, remember, it's like 30 minutes away. And she didn't have time to drop all of us off, drop me off home. She was going to drop all of them to my house and then tell my parents what happened so they can tell their parents, because she didn't just want to drop us off anywhere. But I told her that I lived in town. And I think I remember I told her that I live like by the mall, which is like deep. Like, I live in town, but the mall is like probably like an extra 5 or 10 minutes like from my house, and that's like an extra 45 minutes from where we was at. And she had to go to work, so she didn't have time. So what she ended up doing is just dropping us off at, I think, my grandma's house. My grandma lived in the shores, but this is my grandma on my daddy's side. I'm not really this close to this grandma, so like if she was gonna say anything, I didn't really care if she said anything, because it was like my grandma's on my dad's side, and we just like, hey grandma, hi in there, how you doing? It's not like we don't have a close relationship, so I wasn't that scared. So she ended up dropping us off at my grandma's house. My grandma has like a wall in front of her house where like if you drop somebody off, you can't really see if they actually went in the house. So y'all, when she dropped us off, we basically just went close enough to the door of like where her house, like, okay, this is not making sense, so let me explain it to y'all. So y'all, this is the door. Y'all, this has been the door, this has been the window, this is everything. This is the door, y'all. This is the car. Like, the car is in this is the car right here, y'all. So we walk in, this is the car, this is the door. So we're walking like this. Once we pass this little wall, she can't really see us no more. So we just basically walk close up to the door as possible until she couldn't see us no more. Long story short, y'all, I end up not getting caught, but I probably just busted myself now because my mama watched my videos, I think. Hey girl, hey, if you're watching. But yeah, guys, long story short, I didn't get caught. They didn't get caught. None of our mamas or aunties or grandmas, like nobody ended up finding out about anything. After that, I think we had to walk home because his mama grounded him and he couldn't take us home, and she took away his car keys. And that was basically that. Like, y'all, that was a time when I almost got my ass beat at 17, because I think I started getting whoopings at probably 15. Yeah, I think I stopped getting whoopings at 15 because we're not gonna talk about it. That's a story time for another day. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this story time. If y'all have any questions or if y'all want to see any other story times, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Peace.